And good morning, bowling fans. We are live here at Ryan's Family Amusements in Millis, Massachusetts. It's the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour. This is the B South Division. We're in match number 3 for these guys. Dave Edison is a visiting bowler against his Wednesday night teammate, Ryan Preus. So, should be a fun match. 2 evenly matched bowlers, and Dave starts us off with a beautiful pocket shot in the 1-3 pocket and leaves 2. This is Dan Castle, your host today. We'll watch 5 games of Candlepin bowling here, and Dave, wood doesn't work for him on that one, and he is open in the first. And that's a 9 for Edison. Nice head pin hit. And we're off to the races in string number 1. We'll be bowling 5 matches today. The bowlers are bowling 1 at a time, 5 boxes at a time, and alternating lanes in between turns. Dave just off the head pin with well, it was going to be a Caleri, but he's got some late falling pins and leaves just the 1-7. Nothing to complain about there. Oh, he kicks over the head pin beautifully, but doesn't go for him. So I'm going to catch up here on my phone with all of you. Edison for the 10, and he's got it, 19 through 2. So Dave has been my teammate for, oh God, you got to be pushing 20 years now. Ryan joined our Wednesday night team. I'm out now, as everybody knows. And hopefully be back to bowling these guys at some point. Both bowlers veterans of the ACST. Edison with a half Worcester left, coming into the head pin solid, a little too solid. And trying to catch up on my phone so I can see if anybody's here today. All right, so with that 5 box, Dave Edison is at 24 through 3, still looking for his first mark. And we need a re-rack here. 10 pin didn't come down, so we have a momentary delay, but stay with us, gang. And we're waiting on equipment. There goes the sweep. And we can start knocking down the pins with the ball. Edison, ball 1, box 4 is on a head pin solid. And once again, he's looking at the, well, it's not the 1-7, it's a 3-7. So a little bit tougher split. Catches a 3. Gets a 7 with the wood off the wall. First spare of the match goes to Edison. Nice shot. Always good to have a backup plan, isn't it? All right, got some viewers now. I'm looking for comments. Good Sunday morning to everybody. In the pocket for a strike on the spare. Can't complain about that. Edison with a 10 fill, 44 through 4, and 54 in the ball to sit down. Ryan Preus coming up. Nice finish by Dave. That third box was tough with a 5, but he picks up a 20 box in box 4, and he's 10 plus a 2-ball fill going into 5. And Ryan Preus at 10 pin just fell again. That was kind of strange. It was sitting there perfectly fine, and then it just decided to take a dive. Wonder if there's something on the pin deck down there. All right, I see I have some viewers. Viewers, get your coffee. Come talk to me. As we wait for this. Both bowlers have been veterans of the ACST since the first expansion, when we added a semi-pro division. And in that first year, all 3 of us were involved in that, as well as a group of other bowlers. And they stuck with it. So Ryan Preus starting off his game with a hit on a 3 pin. and leaves the 1, 2, 4, and 5. On the spare attempt, he's on it, and he gets it. Starts off with a spare. Nicely done. He put it on a 1, 2 just the way you want to do it. All right, see the viewership's picking up here? Hopefully you got to put up on a big screen. That's what I do when I'm home. I cast it to my TV in the living room and sit back and put my feet up and watch my friends bowl. All right, Ryan Preus is on a fill. Both bowlers bowl out of here in Millis. And Ryan again on a 3-pin, and that looks like a 5 or a 6 fill. It's a 5. 15 for the first box. They both bowl out of Millis. Ryan gets the 1, the 5, and the 7 to go, but not the 2, 4. So good effort on that. Still has 2 left, but he's got the early lead, knowing full well he's up against a 20 box in the 4th and a strike left to be filled. And a nice 10 for Preus for 25 through 2. I got to remember to bring a pillow. I got to remember to bring a pillow. I got to remember to bring a pillow. Doesn't take long. I'm getting old, gang. All right, viewership up. Somebody say something. Let me know how the sound check is, because I don't have a VU meter. Ryan Preus, box 3, way off on the 4-pin, leaves everything but the 4-7. That ball got a little bit away from him. I'd ask you if you can't hear me to tell me, but you can't hear me say that. So, nice hit by Ryan with the 1-3 pocket, but somehow the 8 and the 10 stay up, so that's a tough leave for 10. Good spare attempt, though. And he'll take just the 8 for a 9 box. 34 through 3, and hopefully you can see the scoreboard up there on the screen. If not, I give you the score every box. All right, Preus with a 10-pin lead, but now he's up against a 20 box, so unless he matches a mark, he's probably going to fall back. Look at that late fall with a Millis 8 drop. Came in on a 3-pin, and he left the 1-2 wood behind it. And just gets a back pin. Went to the right. The wood kept out the 2-pin, and so he'll be open. And that'll put Dave in the lead. Or at least, well, it depends. If he gets this pin, they'll be tied. He gets it. 10 box, 44 to 44 in the 4th box of this match. All right, box 5. Edison put up a strike in the 5th. These bowlers are very evenly matched. And Ryan matches Edison's strikes, so we have matching strikes in box 5. Good job by Preus. Let's see if I can pull up some stats here on these guys. All right, we're switching over to lane 22 now. These 2 lanes are the lanes that hold the house record, with Pete Crawford 2 years ago putting up a 227 in these lanes. Rob Linehan, I see you. Somebody tell me how my sound check is. Edison in the right pocket. First ball is 7. Still has a 2-7-10 for the second ball of the fill and a spare attempt. Edison trying to fill out his strike. I think if he hits that red line, he's got a shot. He's right on it, and he gets it. 3 marks in a row for Edison. 2 20 boxes. That's a 64 half for Edison with that spare on strike combination, and he's got another mark to do. Both spares were on splits. Here he comes on the fill. Off the head pin that time, just put 6 on it. Still has a 1, 3, 8, and 9, I think. All right, my captions are working, so my sound must be good. And another try for a fourth spare. Doesn't go, leaves the 8-pin, but he sure hit it right. He's looking good today. The other day I was covering Dave in the Wednesday night tournament we had, Ashley's Wednesday Night Mayhem, and Dave was having a lot of trouble throwing to the left, but he's looking a lot better today. So 9 box. Dave is at 80 through 6, 89 through 7. He's definitely fixed his ball so far. Just slightly to the left, but on the head pin. And a decent spare leave there, 396 it looks like. And there's wood there, kind of flat. We'll see if it helps. He's on it, he gets it, deflects the ball over the 6-pin, puts a spare in the 8. That's his 4th mark. Accuracy looking much better today. On the fill. Oh, look at that late action. Edison puts an 8 on it. Didn't hit the head pin. That puts him at 107 through 8. And Dave still has the 1-8 to look at. Gets the 1, not the 8. Picks off the 10 on off the wood for 117 through 9. Needs a mark, and you can get to 130. Putting up a challenge early. All right, first ball in the last box of game 1, and he is left with a 4 horsemen plus the 7-pin. Duncan McDougal, welcome back. You too, Rob. Edison puts it through the hole, so he'll be open in the 10th. And just one for a 6-box, 123 for Edison. I'm sure I agree with the scoreboard up there, because I have been known to miss a few. That's why we have backups upon backups. So game 1, 123 for Edison. They're tied at the half, depending on what Ryan's fill is. He's on a strike. Dave put up a strike in the 5th. Ryan's at 54 and 2 balls. Let's see how this goes, and we'll figure out what he needs to catch up. First ball. Nice shot into the 1-3 pocket. Leaves the 3 on the right and 1 on the left. 3, 6, 10, and 7. So that's 6 on the first ball. Edison put a spare on his strike. Ryan an 8. Nothing wrong with that, but that puts Dave in the lead. At the half, Edison was at 64. Preus is at 62 right now. 7-10 split for the 10, and it'll stay there for an 8-box, 70 through 6. And incompleted boxes, 6 boxes in. Edison was at 80, and Preus is at 70. Dave put up a 9-box, a spare 8, a 10, and a 6. For 123. Ryan, a nice hit in the pocket and leaves the castle left with the customary 2 pieces of wood. 1 just went into the channel. So the 4, 5, and 7. Tough shot. I think that wood is a little too steep to sweep. We'll see if he tries it. He's going for the left side, tried to take it off the wall, and leaves the 5. So no spare in the 9th, or 6th, 7th for Ryan. And it'll be even in the 7th. They both put up a 9, 79 to 89. Preus to Edison. This is a 5-string match for those of you unfamiliar. This is the first of 5 strings, and as you can see, they've been alternating sides, 5 boxes at a time. Winner of each string awarded 2 points for their standings. This is doubly important. These guys are in the same group in their division. I'm trying to find their averages here. Open in the 8th. Definite advantage for Edison right at the moment. All right, here we go. All right, and that's a 7 box for Preus. He's at 86. So now he's down 21 pins. Got to mark out here. All right, let me find some averages here. And they're all out of order here, so that's interesting. Off the head pin for Ryan. And he's open in the 9th. And that's 10 bucks. 96 through 9. He can do it with a double strike. That's what it's going to take. And he's on the head pin, leaves 3 pins. This game will go to Edison. And a spare in the 10th. So 2 points for each game won. 4 points for the highest total pinfall over 5. So Ryan knows he can't win this string, but still wants to keep it close. He's at 106 and a ball. Good ball, but too good. 4 in the fill, gets the spread eagle. That gives him a 110. So first game, 123 to 110. Edison gets the first 2 points here. All right, let's see if I can get something here to tell me averages. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. All right, we're going to start game 2 now. And Edison starts off with another head pin hit, drops everything but the triangle on the right. And now we're going to get some standings and good understanding of what these guys are up, how they're doing so far early into this season. So I see Duncan is on here. This is your division, pal. No spare for Edison. Duncan's in first place in B South 2 with 44 and 26. And Edison with a 10 box. Stats look a little convoluted here. They're not all in nice order. All right. So early in the season, Edison is at 22 and 20. That gives him 2 more for a point total. He's been running an average of 99.2, well below his normal average. So watch him to improve. Ryan is at 12 and 30. He's running a 103.8 average so far. Edison back to the action on box 2 here. He's got a 10 in the first. And he left a sideways triangle with very steep wood on the 3, 5, 8. And trying to get past the wood and just picks off the 5. So another open box for Dave. All right, looking for comments. You guys are quiet today. Get your coffee. And a nice 10 box by Dave. 20 through 2. All right, box 3, game 2. Edison coming up. Just off the pocket. Hit the 3 pin to the left of it, but not enough to touch the head pin. Leaves the 1, 2, 7, 8. Wood behind the 1 and 2. And misses to the right. So another open box for Dave. Last game he went 3 open boxes, then 3 marks, including a strike. And that's a 9 box. 29 through 3. You can't miss Dave on the lanes in this shirt, can you? That's awful bright. All right, 4th box. Again on the 3 pin. He's shifted slightly right. And that's a half Worcester minus a 5. Playing the inside and a little too inside, puts it through the hole. Now he's got 7 pins to pick up down there. All right, that's better, but it only gives him a 6, so he put it where he wanted to, 35 through 4. Still looking for his first mark of this game. He put up 4 marks in the last one, including 1 strike. All right, box 5, finish out the half. Just off the head pin to the left, slight over adjustment, leaves a 4 horseman right, 1, 3, 6, 10. All right, waiting on balls to come back. All right, there he goes. They're coming back. Shooting for the 4 horsemen. Dave gets this regularly. And not this time, went too wide left. So 5 open boxes for Dave. And that's a disappointing 6 box. Dave puts up a 41.5 with 2 6 boxes in a row. I know his back's bothering him a little bit today. So I don't know if that's a factor or not. But here comes Ryan to start game 2. And Ryan hoping to pick up some points here. He lost the first one 123 to 110. And his first ball in game 2, way over on the 6, but look at that. It's a bunch of helicopter action and it leaves a middle check mark. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what that looks like. Don't see that every day. And too wide to the left, leaves a triangle, but look at this. They're still falling. But the 3 didn't get touched, so an open box. 2 pieces of wood there in front of that pin. Tries to go around it, but misses, and that's a 9 box. So not bad considering the first ball was way off on the 6. All right, box 2, game 2. Preus on the head pin, a little too full, and he's got a 3-2 split. So triangle on the left and 2 on the right, but look at that wood setup. That's not terrible. No guarantees, but I think he's got a shot here. Puts it to the right. That's where he's going, and he gets it. Nice spare by Ryan. Very favorable wood setup. All right. Nice spare by Ryan Preus, and we're coming into box 3 of game 2. So Ryan on the fill, he's at 19 plus a ball. First spare of this second game. And here he is on the fill. Here we go. Just off to the left. Again, he's getting lots of great wall action, and that's 8. So that puts him at 27 through 2. A lot of action today on these lanes. He's got the 5-8 and wood over there to the left, and he takes it off the wall. So 2 marks in a row for Ryan. He caught the wood, didn't push it to the back in the 8, but the pin came off the wall, caught the 8, and makes a spare. So pin action is really key right at the moment. All right, on the fill, box 3 for Preus. That one's just off the head pin, 5 in the fill. And he's at 42 with a cleary right looking at him. 1, 3, 6, 8, 10. No wood to help. And he catches a 3, picks up everything but the 1 and the 8. So open box in box 4. But he's already ahead in this string. And he'll take an 8. 50 through 4. And he's up by 15 pins in completed boxes. 50 to 35. Edison closed his half with a 41. Ryan's already ahead of that. And he was down 7 pins in the first string, so he's actually caught up on total now. Box 5. Ryan on a head pin. Little mini split down there, the 310. It is makeable. Either side of the 3 can take that. Plays the inside, gets the mark. 3 out of 5 were marks for Ryan. Nice half, 60 in a ball. Dave coming up, looking to play catch up right now. Dave's missing a ball. Supposedly they can't find it down there. All right, Dave's starting off from behind in the second game. He had a 41 half. This is box 6. And he's off the head pin to the right. The head pin falls. And it's a 5-pin cluster. 2, 4, 5, 7, 8. All together. He's on it and gets a spare off the wall. That's what he needs to do. Kicked the front pin off the wall to the right, came back, took out the last pin. So spare and a 6 for Edison. Needs to play catch up here. That's a good way to start. On the fill. 6 in the fill. 57 through 6. All right, left with a 1, 2, 4, 8. Off, picks up the back pins, leaves the 1, 2. And he'll take an 8 box. 65 through 7. Still under par. 3 boxes to go in game 2. Dave's still playing catch up. Still a box or 2 behind. And box 7, actually call that 8. Decent ball on a head pin, but he's left with the 3-7-10 split. This one can be made, but it's not easy. Got to kick that 3 over to the 7. Play the inside, that's where he's gone. Nope, went full. Still 7-10. So Dave trying to pick up the 7, misses it, has an 8 box. He's at 72 through 8. 73, I'm sorry, 73. 73 through 8. So Dave's got 2 boxes, really needs to mark here. Big marks. Or Ryan will walk away with this one. Box 9, first ball. Half Worcester left, not what he wanted. All right, it can be made. It's playing the inside and doesn't go. A little too full. And he's got a 7 box, so 80 through 9. Started with a 123 game. Box 10, game 2 for Edison. Definite head pin hit. And a makeable spare, 247, no wood. One, 2, and a pin wraps around the 7. No mark for Dave, he deserved it. And that's a 9 box, so a disappointing 89 for Dave. Not like his normal, but it happens to all of us. Ryan is currently at 60 plus a ball. Coming into box 6, so this first ball will be a fill ball for Ryan. He put up a spare in the 5th. All right, on the fill for Preus. Well, look at that. That was a nice head pin hit. And he leaves a 7-8-9. 67 half, a nice half. Now he's got lots of juicy wood down there. It could work for him. He's going to the right, and he gets it. Nice shot by Preus. Didn't look like it was going to be that easy, but he swept it over nicely, and that puts him at 77. That was a great shot. You put it right in the right spot. All right. He's going to hoping he can get a good fill on that shot. Deserves one. And Ryan, how about 9? Maybe 10? It's 9 on the fill. So Preus has won this string so far. He's at 86 and misses that one. So right now he's at 95 and then still has another ball got left. And here it is. And that's a 9 box. 95 through 7. He's actually up 30 pins at the moment. So 3 more boxes to go. He's won game 2 already. First ball in box 8 is on the head pin. And again, that late action. I'll call that a split. So he's left the 2, 5, 7, 10. Let's see what he can do with this. All right, caught the 8 in the back and left the 2, 10. And he makes a field goal for 8 points, 8 pins, for 103 through 8. All right, box 9. Ryan at 103. Edison closed with an 89. First ball is light on the head pin. I thought he might miss that one. At least a 7-8. I'll call that a mini split. The computer calls it a split. I call it a split. Don't complain. All right, the wood's not very favorable in my view, but we'll see if he can. He puts it right between them. All right, so open box in the 9th for Preus. We'll want to pick up 1 here, maybe 2 if he can. And back through the hole again for an 8, 111. He's ahead of his last game. He's got another box to go. All right, 10th box, game 2. Point-wise, we're 2-2 because we already know Ryan took this one, so it's tied up that way. Ryan's going to take the lead in total for the moment. And here we go. First ball of box 10. And again, more late action for an 8 drop. No, not a head pin that time. He didn't hit it. It did fall. It's got the 4-7 wood in front of it. And he makes a go. So Ryan has closed both games now with a spare. Only this time he's at 121 and a ball. And on the fill, 121 plus 7. That's a 128 game. Ryan Preus wins game 2, 128 to 89. And totals Ryan Preus has a 26 pin lead in total, 238 to 212 by my math. We should always put the total. They can put the total of all games up there too as a box at the end. It really helps when they do that. So no, I know they don't always know how to do that. Edison with a nice head pin hit to start game 3. Drop 9, almost took out that 9 pin, but he's got 1 to go. Good spare opportunity here if that wood does not cheat him. All right, it's not bad. Straight at the pin, I think he's got it. And he does. Spare in the first for Edison. Good way to start this string. Playing catch up now. After taking an early 13-pin lead in total, he's now down 26. It's 2-2 on point total right now. Edison on the fill. And he goes off to the right and takes out just that triangle in the back for a 3-fill 13 through 2. All right, it's got the double line, 4 horsemen plus the line behind it. Spare opportunity if he gets into 1-2. He was into 1-3 and leaves the 5 and 7. Took out the bulk of them though. And that's a 9 box. He did kick it over. Nice try. 22 through 2 for Dave Edison. Everybody's still quiet today. Not a lot of comments. Like to hear from you. How was Canada if you went? Edison, box 3. 1-3 pocket and a strike. That's a textbook strike. Nothing tricky about that one. Put it beautifully in a 1-3. And that's what he got. So second mark of game 3 for Dave. He's back on. All right. Mr. Edison's lights are on, as I call him when we're on the lanes together. All right. First ball on the fill. Box 4. On the head pin, a little square, a little solid. 6 in the first leaves a 3, 6, 7, 10. So a split to start box 4. See if he can pick up a spare here. He's on the 10, so it's 7 on the strike. That's okay. 39 through 3. Still has the 3, 6, 7. And he'll take just the 6, so an 8 box. 47 through 4. And we're coming into the halfway point of this match with this box. Edison in box 5 of game 3 and pulls it a little right, but gets some late action and leaves the 1, 2, 4, and 5 pin. A line of 3 plus 1 in the back. I've seen this made a lot of times. And he's in there and he gets it. 3 out of 5 marks for Edison. That's what Dave we're used to seeing. And he's at 57 in a ball. Ryan Preus coming up. Currently a 13-pin or 26-pin lead in total after game 2, which he took 128 to 89, and he's hoping to continue that. They can't find your ball? No? Dan, you'll have to be here probably. Yeah, good half. I can tell.
I can't bend down all the way.
So don't. Just use your arm. Focus on using the arm. Yeah. All right. Preus, first ball to the right, leaves a 4 horseman left. 1, 2, 4, 7. And he throws it in the ocean. No fish to be had. Or as Bob Lee once said about one of my balls that was off in George's bank. I remember that, Bob. And gets the 10. Third ball special. All right, 10 in the first. Edison put up a 13 in box 1, so he's early in the lead. Preus, ball 1, box 2. Just misses a head pin, but gets the Millis 8 to go anyway. And leaves the 1-3. Okay, here we go. And he's on it. Spare in a second for Ryan Preus. So he's keeping up with Dave here. I miss bowling these guys. I'm hoping I can be back sometime soon to bowl with them. I bowled against them. I bowled with them. And 9 in the fill for Preus. Nice head pin hit, and he's at 29 through 2. Just a 10 pin, but I don't know if he likes that wood a whole lot. It is blocking his view of the 10, it appears. Goes at it, and he gets it off. It deflects off the wood for his second spare in a row. And that puts Preus in the lead for the moment. 39 in a ball. Well, That's where Dave's at. He's at 39 right at this moment in box 3. So that knots it up for the moment, and his fill will put him ahead. And again, some late action. So 7 in the fill and a split. 46 through 3 as the 2-6-4. Nice try by Ryan. Playing the inside, trying to deflect it off the wall, but only gets that 3-pin to go. Oh, a lot of open bowlers here today. Nice fall Sunday, and why not come down to Ryan's and bowl some strings? 8 box. An unpaid advertisement. 54 through 4 to Dave's 47 through 4. Edison put up a spare in the 5th. So he can get ahead if Ryan doesn't mark, and Ryan's got a good shot here. He put that in the pocket. He's left with the 4-8, it looks like. Wood in between. Hit the 4, I think it goes. No doubt about that one. So both bowlers with 3 marks in the first half. Now we start the second half of this match, and it is currently 64 in a ball to 57 in a ball. So not too far apart, about 7 pins. Actually, exactly 7 pins. All right, Edison on the fill, coming into box 6 of game 3. And here we go. All right, just a 6-10, 2 in the fill. And that's a 59.5. That's not a bad foundation to work with. He's got a whole bunch down there, needs to throw a strike ball. Just misses a head pin, so open box in box 6. Maybe not, and it's a strike. Spare, thank you. I was getting excited there, Ryan, you're right. He had 2 in the fill. It's a spare, not a strike, sorry. But at least I didn't yell wow. All right, late action there. Edison's a benefit of the pins coming forward and gets a backdoor spare for 69 and a ball in the 6 on the fill. And again, a 2 fill.
All right, do the same thing again.
71 through 6. Trying to have a repeat here. And he's off, so no third spare in a row. 4 horsemen plus the 10. And that's a nice 10 by Edison. Beautiful job for 81 through 7. All right, he's going to need a mark to get to 120, and I think he's going to need to get there. I pulled it up, actually. No, I did. I just looked at it. It was like just over 100. 104, 103.8.
Wow.
Yeah, he's running 99 right now.
Still.
Edison, nice spare attempt. Really good effort on that one. But he couldn't pick up that back pin, so open in the 8th. Just the 8 pin left, and it's all gone now. 91 through 8. Over par, but the door's open for Ryan at the moment. Dave needs to pick up some total, too. So box 9, here he comes. Nice pocket shot. Last time he did that, he put down a strike. This time, it's a split. And that's the 4-8-10 split. And he's got to have a good one here. I don't think it's lined up very well, but we'll see what he can do. Nice try. Took it off the wall, but couldn't pick up the 10. It's as good as you can do on that. And that'll be a 10. 3 10s in a row. Perfect through this half so far. 101 in 9. Let's put some kind of mark up there. Try to block Ryan. In that 1-3 pocket again. Everything but the 7. Nice shot. Really good ball. but didn't get the strike on it, so he needs to get that 7 pin. He's got wood in front of it. He's using the right side of the wood, and it didn't carry it. He had a view of the pin, but not a very good one. Really good odds of catching the cap of that wood, so it was not an easy shot. He's open in the 10th. And that'll be a 9. 110 for Dave Edison in game 3. And that brings his total to 322 for 3 strings, even including the 89. All right. Ryan Preus is on a spare in the 5th, as was Dave. He's at 64 plus the first ball, so here we go on the fill. And that first ball is on the head pin, and it's a 6. 70 half for Preus. Little mini split down there. I'll call it a split. So does the computer. And way off, but it doesn't do too bad on it. It doesn't pick up his object, which is a 2. I think that was a 2, 5, 8, and 7, if I remember correctly. Yep, I'm looking at my delayed screen. And that's a 9, so 6 boxes in, and Ryan Preus is up to 79. 1979 is a great year. Good music that year. All right, first ball of box 7. Wait for it. Yep. So he catches a head pin, gets another split. And it's the 2-7-10 split. Got to carry something over to that 10 pin. And just catches a 7, still has a 2-10 left. Goes for the 10, gets the 10, makes a 9, 88. 88 through 7, and he's 7 pins up on Edison in completed boxes. Edison went spare 2, 10, 10, 10, 9 in that second half for a 110 total. So Ryan doesn't need to mark, he just needs to not have a terrible box, and that's a good ball. Leaves just a 7. Just like Dave had, he's got some wood there, but it's out of the way. He's got a straight shot at the pin. He's going for the wood, and it didn't work. Went right in front of it. So he's open at box 8. Took a shot at that one. And he gets it clean. 10 box, 98 through 8. I think he felt the wood was going to be a better shot for him. It turned out it wasn't. So now he's coming into box 9 at 98 through 8. 7 pin advantage right now. And buries it in a 1-3 pocket. Needs a check mark plus the 8. Wood in front of the 2-5. No choice but to really use it. And he hits the outside right of it and leaves the 2 pin, so he's got an open box. Single pin to shoot at for a 10, and he'll be wide. So a 9 box, 107. 3 pins to tie, 4 to win. Keep it on the lane, he's got this one. Not by a lot, but enough. First ball, that's enough to win the string. He punches a spread eagle plus the 10. And Ryan's been awesome on the head pin this string. He's only missed it twice. He hit it again that time, but it was gone, so it doesn't do him any good. Still has 5 pins up. He's at 102, I'm sorry, 112. 112. Make it 113 with that 6. All right, closer one here. 113 to 110 in favor of Ryan Preus. And it's 4-2 in points. Get Ryan's total here. All right, I got a 351 to 322 in total right now. So Preus with a 29 pin advantage. Picked up 3. Which makes sense because he won by 3. All right, box 4. Edison looking for a comeback here. First ball on the 4 pin. I'm sorry, I'm backwards. This is game 4 of 5 in the ACST B division singles tour match, and this is their 3rd week. Edison will be open in box 3. They are divisional rivals. They will face each other twice this year. This is their first of two matches. There's 16 bowlers in each North and South B divisions. That's further broken into 4 conferences of 4 bowlers each. If you're in your own conference, you bowl that on the other 3 twice. Everybody else once. 18 total. The winner of each conference goes on to the playoffs, plus 2 wildcard bowlers. So Edison missed. Is it 2 or 3 wild cards? I don't know. Whatever. It's 2. Edison missed to the right. He's got the 4 horsemen plus the 8-10. 4 pin off spot. Catches a 2 pin for that. Picks up 3 more. And he'll take an 8. 14 through 2. I know Dave's hurting a little bit today. Actually, more than a little bit. So it's really affecting him in his form right now. But he's fighting through it. And Edison, using his 5-step approach, hits the head pin. Leaves a triangle and a right at 3-5-6. He's hoping that wood doesn't block his view. It might be helpful. I don't know. Might deflect around. I don't know. He's got to hit that 3 pin regardless. Going to the right side of it, not intentionally. That left hip is really bothering him. He's got an open box 3. And a nice 10. 24 through 3. Coming to box 4, and Dave's off to the left onto the 2 pin, leaves a cluster in the middle. 1, 3, 5, 8, 9. One of his balls is stuck down there behind the lanes, behind the pin somewhere. They haven't been able to find it so far, so Dave picks off the 8 pin, leaves 4. And he's got a bunch to pick up here. Kind of a parallelogram shape. And he catches it. It's not always the easiest shot to make. 34 through 4. Alright, and Dave pulled it left. Just caught the 7 pin. Over adjustment to the right. He's really struggling up there right now. And he cleans up a 7 box, so he's got a 41.5 again. And struggled through that half. He's really fighting through it. Believe me, I know what that's like. It throws off your form and everything when that starts acting up. All right, so Preus coming into game 4 here. And Ryan with his first ball in the fourth game is full on a head pin, but takes out a nice bunch, leaves a line of 3. 3, 6, 10. Wood in between the 6 and the 10. And he just gets the 6, I'm sorry, the middle pin. And a nice 9-box for day of Ryan. So it's 9-6 in the first box. Ryan leads 4 points to 2 with a 29-pin advantage in total after the third game. Ball 1 of box 2. And he leaves the 1, 2, 4, 10. No wood to help. Either side of the head pin gives him a shot at it. Plays the inside and does not carry the 10. But he put up a good effort. All right, going for the 10 pin alone. He goes straight at it, picks it up right in the face. 19 through 2 for Mr. Preus. All right. We're coming into box 3 of game 4. First time I've ever done one of these when nobody's commented. Somebody say something. I know you're there. All right, Ryan on the 2 pin. Takes down 5, leaves the 1, 3, 8, 9, 10. A couple pieces of wood there. One right behind the 3 might help him. Misses a head pin. Still has the 110. And Ryan with a more traditional 3-step approach has an 8, 27 through 3. He's up 3 pins. Dave and I have been bowling together since our Natick days. We used to be on a team there in the Monday Night Men's League. And then we came here, we recomprised the team, kept it going. Caleri left for Preus, who's on the 2 pin. 4 horsemen plus the 8 pin. Met Ryan here at Ryan's, but he's not the Ryan. All right, so he still has the head pin. And a 9-box, 36 through 4. Both bowlers open all the way so far in this string. And it's a 2-pin game. All right, Ryan coming into box 5 of game 4, looking for the first mark. He's on the head pin, just off the head pin. Looked like it was going to hit it. Leaves a 4 horseman right plus the 7, 8. So no head pin hit. Well, he had a head pin his first. Last game he went 8 out of 10. Trying for the spare, and we will be open all the way through the first half of game 4. He still has a 1, 7, 8 up there. And he picks up the head pin for an 8-box. And we got a low-scoring one right now, 44 to 41 in favor of Preus. Anybody's game right now. Who will be the first one to put up a mark on this 4th string? All right, Dave regrouped a little bit, see if it helped. He's coming to box 5 of game 4. He's at 41 through 5, I'm sorry. Too many 4s on my mind. It's game 4. We're back on lane 22. And Edison on the 2 pin. Interesting lead, 1, 8, 9, 10. Wood might help. He's got to hit that head pin and hope the wood carries all 3 in the back. Just off the head pin. And the 8's staying up somehow. I don't know how that's happening. So 1, 8 left. He's got them both nice and clean. 10-box. 51 through 6, still open, all boxes. Edison starting box 7. And there's a nice solid head pin hit by Edison. Is that 8 going to go?
Come on.
Oh, it's leaning.
Really? Wow.
Somehow that's not a strike. Should be. The 8 was over at least 10 or 15 degrees. But it stood. And he missed it for an open box.
All right, run it down.
And again, so a 960 through 7, 10 under par. Out of iced coffee with a game and a half to go. Starting box 8, Edison just off the head pin. And he leaves a 1-2-7, 9-10. So not technically a split, but still kind of difficult. 1-2-9-10, and he gets it. Spare in the 8th for Edison, and that was a tough one. That's the first spare of this game. He deserves a big fill on that one. Dave's on the head pin. A little too full, or a lot too full. Gets the bird. 74 through 8. And he's got the spread eagle to look at. One to the right, as Dave usually does. We've had a lot of discussions about that over the years. I go to the left, he goes to the right. But he only picked up to 6 and a 10, so he still has a row of 3 in the left. Best bet's probably to take them and take a 9. At 10 would be lucky here. Gets the 9, almost got the 10. 83 through 9, needs a spare for 100. All right, box 10. Brooklyn side.
That 8 pin.
And that 8, yeah, Ryan's mentioning what I was just going to say. The 8 pin is really being his bugaboo right now. So he put it in the left pocket and left the 8-10 split. I don't know that would help, but he's going to have to use it. Red lines it off the wall and back in between both pins. He's open in the 10. Made it move the right direction, but it just didn't work. And that's a 9 box, so Edison closes out with a 92. Not where he wanted to be. And I've got 414 through 4. All right, Preus coming up. He had a tough half too. He was only at 44. So he doesn't have to mark to win this one, but he's got to pin really well. First ball. Off on the 3 pin, just takes out 3. And we are underway in the second half of Game 4 for Ryan. Needs 48 pins to tie, 49 to win. So really anything under a 9 box forces him to spare. He's got a check mark and a 10. And he's going to have to spare. That's a 6 box. He needs 42 pins to tie, 43 to win with 4 to go. That means he needs a mark. He's down 1 pin in completed boxes. In the 6, we're at 51 to 50. Here we go. Ryan again on a 3 pin. 4 horsemen left, plus the 5 and the 8. So 6 pins to shoot at. Doesn't want to put himself in a double mark position. Still has the 158. And that's an 8 box. He's a 58, down 2 pins and completed. Now he's up against a 14 box. He's right now 34 to tie, 35 to win in 3 boxes. So a spare with a decent fill will put him in a good spot. Hoping that 7 goes down. It does not. That was a nice head pin hit. This could be the spare he's looking for. to match Edison's spare. He's got just a 7-pin wood in front of it. Here we go. And he's got it. That's his must-make spare. He gets it. So now he's at 68 in a ball. Edison's at 74 in this box. Decent fill puts him back in the driver's seat. Must have at least 5. And how about 10? That's as good as it gets. Strike in the 9th for Ryan Preus. These are 78 through 8. He's up 4. And now he's up 5 before he fills it with this box. So that will probably do it. That was a great comeback by Ryan to put up a strike on spare. And we're in the 10th box. He's filling that strike. First ball. In the pocket. Is it going to be a double? Not quite. But 9 in the first ball. He was in a must-mark position. He did it. Did it twice. And that'll lead him to win the 4th game. And he just spared on strike. 3 in a row for Preus. 98 through 9 with that 10 fill. And he's at 108 plus a ball. That was a great comeback by Ryan. It's not done yet. On the fill in a 10th. And it's going to be 9, but that 2-pin will stay up, so a 9 fill. And Ryan Preus, from a 44 half, comes up with a 117 to win game 4. 117 to 92. What a comeback that was. And let me get totals here. 468 to 414. It is 6 points to 2. Preus is up by 54 pins now with that 3-mark combination at the end. We're in the 5th game, 5th and final game. Last chance for Edison to come back. And here he is, starting out, first ball in box 5, game 5, I'm sorry, he's on the 4, takes out the left triangle, leaves the double line. So a lot of difficulty for both bowlers catching the head pin in that string, but Ryan put it together in the last 3 boxes. So Edison off to the right on the 3-pin that time, leaves a diamond in the middle. So open in the first. Cleans up 2 as an 8 box. Both bowlers bowling over their average today. Dave's had some trouble. He's definitely a little sore. Box 2, game 5. Edison on the head pin gets a spread eagle again.
All right, 1 him down. 3 and 3.
Actually, again, it was Ryan who had it the first time. Oh, Dave actually had it. I'm sorry, I'm losing my mind. Catches a 7. So he clipped 1 wing. In the 3 and 2, go for the 3. Interestingly, he went for the left side. He usually goes for the right. Another 8 box. Dave's at 16 through 2. He won the first string 123 to 110, but Ryan's dominated since. 128 to 89, 113 to 110, and 117 to 92. Dave in his 3rd box is in the pocket. And he get that 2-pin to go. It does not go. Another 1-3 pocket for Dave. He's done that a couple of times. Dropped a big strike with 1. 2-pin plus wood to the right. He can see the pin. What they say, see the pin, shoot the pin. Will he try for the wood? He's going for the wood. It did make a bigger target. And that's a spare for Edison in the 3rd. It was well set up, and it is a bigger target than the single pin, so it's not the worst thing to do. Got a lot of bowlers here. What do you say?
Look at the count. Good ball, Dave. Look at what the kick on. Look at all that he got out of the machine.
Oh my goodness.
Good night, Dave.
All right, 9 in the fill for Dave for a 35 through 3. And he's got the 7-pin again. See if he can catch it a little too much. A little too much hook on it. His hand went over the top of that one. Something I do too as a former 10-pin bowler. And caught the cap, but not the pin, so 9. He's at 44 through 4. All right, one he'd like to have back, but that 9 nut drop was worth 18 pins to him, so still a good trip up. All right, left side. He came in the 1-3 pocket nicely. This is a split, and it's makeable, except I think that wood's to the right of the 3 pin is a little ugly. He's going to try to sweep it, can't. It's really steep, so that's the shot he needs to make. He'll be open in box 5. Trying again, and that's a 7. So Dave Edison sits down with a 51.5. Half of a game to go for Dave. That single pin miss definitely looms large now. And Ryan Preus is well in the driver's seat right now with a 54 pin lead in total. Just trying to make it a 12-2 victory. Dave trying to stop him from that. Preus starting in lane 21 here at Ryan's Family Amusements in Millis, Massachusetts. And he is on the 3 pin and leaves 4. Leaves the 1, 2, 4, 5. Hope you guys are enjoying this match. And Ryan misses right. And he's shooting for this group of 4 like a lambda leave. And he just kisses the head pin for a 6 box. 7 box, sorry. It was 6 before that pin went down. 7 box in the first. And coming into box 2, game 5 for Ryan Preus. On the 2 pin, 1, 8, 10. And various, at least 2 pieces of wood down there. It's on the head pin, and the ball's going back and forth just like it does in New Brunswick. So he did a curling shot, but it didn't catch that back pin. So I bet you we saw a bunch of those in Moncton this last week at Worlds, and that's a 10. I wasn't up there, but I did watch some of it. To watch the Academy team come back as champions again, with a lot of our friends bowl right here in Millis. 17-16 through 2 boxes in game 5. Preus is up against a spare 9 that Edison put in a 3rd. And he starts with his own spread eagle, the Curse of the Bird. Three and 3. He goes to the right, picks off the 3 pin. It rarely goes less than 2% of the time, but at least you hope to get a 3 and 3 ideally, or at least get a couple. Go on the other side and gets 1, that's a 6 box. 23 through 3, down 12. Edison's picked up some on total right now. Box 4, game 5. Preus down 12 pins on this string. Misses a head pin and leaves the Caleri left. 1, 2, 4, 7, and 9. No wood to help. 4 horsemen plus a 9 pin. Catches the head pin, and he gets a spare. Nicely done. With an outside hit on a head pin, he got something to roll over to that 9, but that's a spare. So it gives him a shot here. He's at 33 in a ball. Can't catch up at the moment, but he can put a dent in it. First ball, just off the head pin, and we've got a 4 horseman. So 6 in the fill, 39 through 4. He's down 5 pins. And a spare opportunity. Edison only put up a 7 in the 5th box. And Ryan wide, nothing off the wall. So at best he'll be 2 pins behind, but that keeps it close. Right now he's 4 pins behind, depending on the outcome of this ball. And that's a 10. So we close the first half of the last game. And it's 51-49 in favor of Dave Edison, looking to come back. He's got a huge deficit in total right now. So realistically, he's trying to get another 2 here, but he needs a monster half to pick up the total. So Edison starting the last half of game 5. And picked off the 6 pin. Didn't get a lemon drop. Picked up 3 pins on that. And he just moved the wood around that time. Now he's got 7 pins still standing. All right, gets a 7. 58 through 6. He fell under par. And starting box 7, Edison. It's on the head pin that time. Looked like a strike all the way, but the 4 pin stood. So a single pin to shoot at. Just 1 pin, no wood. And he just misses. Not by much. I don't think he could put a piece of paper through that. All right, so open in the 7th. Edison's a 67 plus his ball. Make it 68. 10 bucks. All right, looking for another mark. I think total is out of reach at this point. Edison puts it in the right pocket. Another head pin hit. Check mark left. 2, 4, 5, 7. Makeable spare. He's in there, just misses the object. This angle, it looked like it was going to be good. And a 9 box. Just clipped off the left side. So 77 through 8. 2 boxes to go. Needs a mark for 100. He's had a nice start at 123, but he's had 2 strings under 100 cents. Again on the 6 pin. Triangle right, he's got the double row in the left. Just makeable, got to put it in a 1-2 pocket. He does, and it did not work that time. He still has the 1-4 left. No, 3-4, I'm sorry, 3-4 left. And an 8 box. So Edison at 85, coming into his last box, needs a mark for 100. Tenth box, last game for Edison, and it's a half blister left. It's been a frustrating game for Dave. Puts it in a pocket and leaves the 4, 5, 10. So an open box in the 10th, he'll be under 100. And he'll take an 8. So a 93 string for Dave. Not his usual bowling. Breaks 500, so he's averaging over 100 today. 507. And actually, Ryan's already won total with the first half, so right now it's just who wins this string. Ryan Preus at 49 through 5, coming up to finish this off, and he starts with a half blister of his own. To the right, James O'Brien, right on time. Good to see you, buddy. We are in the last box, or last half of the 5th game, and Ryan's trying to pick up a half blister, comes to the other side. Got a good bunch of that. They could have punched out. He left the 110. And that's an 8. 57 through 6 for Preus, and he's down a pin. Does not need to mark right now to win this string. And he's got total in the bag at the moment. And nice head pin hit. And a 4-6-10 split. No good way to make this one. It's going to the right as you should. Try to kick the pin 6 over. Gets just the 10. And he's got an open box in box 7. Still going to be running behind on this string. Nice try to kick it over, but a 9 box. 66 through 7. He's down 2 pins right now in completed boxes. All right, box 8 as we wrap up this match. Nice full head pin hit. Spread eagle minus a 7. Nice try by Dave. Ryan, I'm sorry. 3 and 2. Probably going to the right. No, he's going to the left. Sometimes that works better. You take the 2, it'll kick over. It did not that time. So now he goes for the 3. And it'll be a 9 box. 75 through 8, and Edison retains a 2-pin lead and completed. But he had that tough 8 box in the end, so that gives 2 8 boxes, so that gives Ryan a chance here. Oh boy, dropped all of the pins around the king. Left the 5 pin, which we also call the king pin. So a single pin to go. A spare here would shut the door on Dave. And he misses. So it's tight. He's at 84 right now. This pin will tie it up. He gets it. In the 9th box of game 5, it's 85 to 85. All right. He needs 8 to tie, 9 to win, or Edison will get his second group of 2 points. All right, 4 down so far. Needs a 9 to win, 8 to tie. All right, 2 more to go. He's got to pick up 3 of these 4 pins to win this string. He gets 1 for a 7, and Dave Edison holds on 93 to 92 to win game 5. That was a tight one. And with that, let me add up the totals here. Ryan Preus wins total 560 to 507, and it's a 10-4 victory for Preus. And for the recap, first game went to Edison, 123 to 110. Game 2 went to Preus, 128 to 89. Game 3 went to Preus, 113 to 110. Game 4, Ryan also won, 117 to 92. And Game 5, Dave Edison came back to win by a pin, 93 to 92. Total 560 Preus, 507 Dave. And that's your match, 10-4 Ryan Preus. So again, this is Dan Castle from Ryan's Family Amusements in Millis, Mass. Thanks for joining us today, both live and in the recording. And we will see you all on the lanes. Thank you.